What are you doing? Why did you click this video? I'm trying to teach you guys about motivation, and here you are watching a motivation video? You should already be doing the thing. How? Alright, it's alright guys, because if this is the last video you ever watch and then you go on to do all the things that you've been afraid of or you're too lazy to do, then that's fine. Guys, I'm Jesse Tyler Ridgway. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to stay motivated during 2020 and beyond. And just not even how to stay motivated, because probably a lot of you guys aren't motivated. How to be motivated. Everybody has this problem. Everybody in the freaking world, even the grindiest grinders, have this problem. Do you really think I wanted to come upstairs into this crammed little office with these blaring lights in my face and have to talk like a madman to myself? Just talk for hours. I don't even have a script for this one because I just want to go off. Like the fact that I gotta meander my way through this, come up with this crap. That's a lot of hard work. But you know what? I do like watching these videos when they're done. I like seeing all the comments from you guys. I love seeing all the likes, guys. Drop some likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe because we're giving away $5,000 when we hit 100K subs. We're a quarter of the way there. If that don't motivate you, I don't know what will. Money motivates me. I mean, when we start to see some money coming in from this finance channel, that's motivating. The validation from the audience is validating, and seeing the end result of these videos. However, the actual act of doing the videos feels like a chore. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, I'm jealous of Jesse or I'm jealous of creator X because it seems like they're always so energetic or they're always so passionate to be doing. Why aren't I passionate about anything? Well, guess what, guys? The passion is a lie. Now, I'm not saying I'm not passionate because I am saying these words with fervor and fire. Download Storyfire. But it's all a trick. It's a mind game. The previous videos we talked about this week is how to grow on different platforms, right? And I said in order to do those things, you have to be in the right mindset. You have to be motivated. You have to be passionate. If you want anything in life, if you want the perfect relationship, if you want the perfect friendship, if you want to have the best trip, the best time of your life, if you want to make the best piece of content, if you want to be the most successful, every single one of those things, if you want the best and the most and the you have to put the most in. You want to have the most fun? You have to be the most entertaining. You have to be the crazy. You have to be the life of the party if you want to have the most fun. If you want to be happy, you have to be happy. If you want to be energetic, you have to be energetic. Now, it might seem like, all right, you're just talking crazy now. To be energetic, you have to have energy? Where does that come from? It just comes out of nowhere. It's all about manufacturing in your own mind. And discipline is going to be a word you're going to hear a lot throughout this video. Let's get in. I want to see intimate. Let's get intimate. Yeah, it's time. This is hard, man. Like, I don't know, there's this virus going around and it's like the end of the world and it's killing my vibe. Like, I don't even feel like doing anything. The Black Lives Matter is going on. There's people protesting. There's rioting and looting. It's just like, can't do anything. You lazy boop. It's excuses. What the does any of that have to do with you pursuing your goals? All right, there's sometimes physical barriers, right? But everything that happens to us doesn't matter. It's how we react to it. And you've probably heard that before, but it is so freaking true. There's a reason it's said all the time. How do you stay motivated? How do you get motivated? I'm gonna try and inject you with as much motivation and fire. That's part of it. As human, you need gas for the light it, and you know. I'm gonna inject you with this this goody good. But it's important though, through this video, that I give you some quick tips so that the injection, there needs to be not another. You can't go living from one injection to the next. I need to just put it in and then it's cycling through and you're good because you employ these tactics. Number one, I hate to say it, is this demon. I don't want to have to go there, but guys, you spending so much freaking time on your cell phone is going to have you doing nothing. There's two states of mind. There's proactive and there's reactive. For as long as you're consuming because that's what you're doing. If you're on this device, you're reading, you're watching, you're in this consumption, reaction state to where that becomes your habit. And that becomes your natural mind state. You're just like, oh, so-and-so did another video on da-da-da. Oh, that's so dumb. It's drying out. Oh, and then da-da-da did that. And oh my God, the world's ending. And like, yo, did you see this on this? Or yo, I'm watching this hour-long video. Guess what? You've done nothing with your life. Now look, some people are like, hey man, I enjoy my entertainment. I enjoy just chilling and doing nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. And cool, if that's what you want to do, great. But I guarantee you there's a feeling inside that you're not proud of yourself, you're not feeling happy about what you've done in that day, and there's these lingering goals, these things that you want to accomplish that you're just not doing and you're not putting any effort into the steps to get there. Yeah, this has to go. I'm not saying get rid of it. You need to put this thing in check. What I do, I try and post and leave. I do my job and I leave. I don't look at it too much. Sometimes I have to. I'm literally running a social media platform. I have so many fans that I have to try and keep in touch with and creators to keep tabs on. Unfortunately, a lot of my job is tied to this thing. But I am aware of all its pitfalls. I gotta limit my exposure on there because it keeps me freaking pacified and dumb. Yeah, I can get some information from that, but I'm just not acting on anything. I'm not doing anything. So that's my first tip to you. Probably watch me on a device right now. You're in a reactive state. You need to eliminate all reaction and then just let your mind wander. And you're gonna get bored as just let yourself get bored and then you're gonna start getting proactive. Number 2, this is one of the biggest things. And this is for every single person. All of this is for everyone. Talking with so many people over the years, they're like, oh, I'm just not feeling it. Oh, I don't know. That's what they do. Do you ever have that fat freaking dog that just like, there's a reason they're fat too. They're not moving. Not only are you reactive in a mental state, but it gets you reactive in a physical state. To where if I throw a freaking ball at your face, that'll be some of the most exercise you'll get because you'll block it. You have to physically move your body. An object in motion stays in motion. If you're just gonna sit on your butt all day, that's all you're gonna do the next few days. It's habit. That'll be the third point. We're getting to that. Number 2 is exercise. You have to move around. And people are like, well, I don't like exercising. Nobody does. I hop on the treadmill every freaking day because it gets my blood pumping, it gets me moving. My brain, it literally will change your brain chemistry. Diet, exercise. Clean up your diet. Whole grain foods, lean proteins, fruits, veggies. Clean up your diet to get yourself feeling a little better physically and start moving around. And that blood circulating, that energy coursing through your body, you're gonna start to think more creatively. You're gonna wanna start to do more things. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna start to build habits, which will get you closer to achieving your goals. So number 3 is habit. Habit is everything. Imagine, for the last few years, you've never made a video. You've never made a TikTok. You've never done anything outside of your comfort zone. It's probably gonna feel wrong to go outside of your comfort zone. But it's not wrong, it's just that you've never done it before. So you can't say, well, I don't like that. I don't know what it is. It's scary. You've never done it. You've never tasted it. You've never been there. You've never done this thing. So get all that bull crap out of your mind. Excuses. You come up with a million of them. It's laziness and habit. Somebody's like, yo, you wanna go ride bikes? I'm like, I haven't rode a bike in 6 years. I'm good. But guess what? If you would've just hopped on your bike, you would've started feeling better, and all of a sudden you have the opportunity to make a new habit, one that's healthier, one that's more proactive. Might make a new friend that way. You have to put yourself in a state of discomfort. You have to. Especially if you want anything. I know you want things. How do you expect to get the things that you want by doing the same freaking dumb stuff every single day? Trust me, every production I've ever done, every freaking platform I've created, everything I've ever done, every relationship I've had, every new encounter, every trip, everything has been new and scary. That's right, even for me, everybody's the same. You might think, well, you're wired differently. No, we're all fundamentally the same. Trust me, I get scared, I get nervous to be in front of the camera. I have to do this thing that I haven't done in a bit, but then the second you get into it, the second you start doing it, you start to get used to it, and then it becomes the new comfort. When I was doing 2 videos a day on YouTube, people would say, that's crazy, how are you doing that? Even me, I'm like, how the F was I doing it? I'll tell you how I was doing it. I was doing 2 videos a day. That was the habit. That was how I did it. You do it by doing it. What you're looking for is some excuse or some logical escape out of doing the hard stuff. And it comes off as practical. Like Jim Carrey said it best in a graduation speech. He said it's fear disguised as practicality. And you come up with all kinds, well, I don't know if people are gonna watch me, or I don't know if that's gonna lead to anything. You've already thought yourself into a trap. You'll never do anything or see anything or experience anything different if you don't do the thing. So think about that thing, guys. What is that thing in the back of your head while I'm saying all this thing and you're feeling guilt for not having done it? You're like, I am kind of interested in this, but and you're like searching for like why you haven't. And the answer is you never done it. That's why you haven't done it, is because you haven't done it. And what you see in the gaps is that's where all the excuses flood in. Well, that's pretty hard. I don't know if I'll be good enough. Number 4, other people's opinions. Not good, not good. Look, even for me, right? I generally don't give a flying F what anyone says. I've seen it all. I'm confident with myself. I've been through the ringer. I've seen it all, heard it all, done it all. I'm good now. However, there are times where I want people to like this video, or I want people to like me, and I want this effect or whatever impact. So I do still see opinions, and sometimes they do hurt, but I don't let that dictate or control what I do with my time and energy, because I ultimately, at the end of the day, I value me more than anybody else. And for the people that are like, well, I care more about others than myself. Cool, if that's what you want to do, but guess what? You can't be filling up anybody else's cup until your cup is full yourself. You're the only one that's going to be with you for the rest of your life, so you think you're doing everyone else a favor, but it turns out the reason you say that answer is because you're afraid to actually be yourself, because you're afraid of everybody else's opinion towards you and the possibility of it being negative. So how do you eliminate other opinions? How are you able to silence it? And the way you do that is mental diet. And it's the same as habit, right? Mental diet is everything. If you've grown up your life hearing that you'll never make it, you'll never be successful. Oh, you're doing that? Oh, you're watching that? Pfft, that's what you're eating for dinner? You think you're gonna play soccer? You think you're gonna write a book? You're gonna be an engineer? Really? You wanna be the president? Whether you're getting it from parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, friends, bullies, you name it. That stuff gets in our head and we start to believe that's us. To where you're actually a blank slate. You can be and do anything if you feed yourself that mental diet. So if you hear it from everyone, if you heard it growing up, and I heard it a million times. I heard you're never gonna be successful at film, you're never gonna make it big on YouTube, your content sucks, why do you think you're so special? I've heard it a million times. I also got I had weight issues growing up. I was like, you're fat as anything. And I was like, I am fat. But then eventually, what happens, you have to do this. You have to tell yourself, I actually look kind of good. Well, no, you actually got to start putting in the work to make yourself look good. But it does help you start feeding yourself positive, optimism, all these things. Because most people are cynical as they get older, and they keep getting more cynical and bitter. And they're going to project all that crap onto you and try to make you feel worse about yourself, because that's how they feel. The better you understand how people work, you can then reverse engineer your own thoughts and feelings. So when you understand that when people throw hate at you, or they say something negative, they're projecting their own insecurity. They don't feel good about themselves for whatever reason. And they're gonna make you feel like crap because they didn't pursue the thing, or they ate like crap and now they're fat as anything. They're just not healthy. So they're gonna make you not healthy too, because it scares them, the fact that you could be doing well, that you could be doing successful, that you could be better than them. So they're gonna try and keep you down. But you just gotta be take a step back and be like, oh, I see what my mom or dad is doing. Oh, they're scared. They're living in a fear-based mindset. My dad, when he would say, Jess, you're not gonna make it on YouTube, get a real job. That was not truth, because I clearly proved that wrong. He was projecting his own fear of his son potentially not making a living and being a failure, and he was afraid of that making him feel like a bad father. It was projecting his own stuff. Unfortunately, I let that get to me a lot of times. And I'm sure you let a lot of stuff, the bullies at school saying you're this, your parents, your friends, but you have to tell yourself the other. And you gotta try and surround yourself with the people that do put you on, that do build you up, even if it's me. And you just gotta keep feeding your brain that stuff. Mental diet is so much. And if you're on social media, it goes back to point number one, and all you're seeing is negative, toxic this. The world's on fire. These people are killing each other. That's how you're gonna perceive the world. If you look at pollution's down 25% or whatever good stuff's going on in the world, and you're exposed to that, everybody's feeling better. Unfortunately, there's so many negative thinking and feeling people, they're drawn to the negativity, and it just begets more negativity. So this is me trying to fight against the curve and try to inject all the positivity, because guys, it's all a mind game. You master this, you can master anything. Now, discipline, that is the biggest thing. I keep saying motivation, but honestly, I was not motivated to do these videos. You're not gonna be motivated to hop on the treadmill. You're not gonna be motivated to do 20 videos a month. You're not gonna be motivated to, instead of getting to eat the ice cream, you gotta eat freaking broccoli. I could count on one hand the amount of times I've been like, let's go, we're filming today, guys. If I ever was ready to film a video like that, it's probably gonna be I mostly got paid $10 million to do it. And I wanna talk about money and other motivations, right? So there's an intrinsic motivation where it's fueled by internal and whatever. But people are motivated by money, money or by, validation from others, even getting a good meal. I mean, that was how I would motivate people to be in my content years ago. But like, all those are frivolous things. And, if you're motivated by money and other things, that's cool. But you best believe there's gonna be so many times to where like, you're not confident that you're gonna see a return on something and you're not gonna feel as motivated to do it. But that doesn't matter. You still have to do it anyway. Because then all of a sudden you can get into this bad mental cycle of being like, well, I don't see the point in anything. If I'm not getting paid or I'm not gonna grow or I'm not gonna, well, then what's the point in doing it? The point in doing it is the same point I graduated college. It was pointless as heck. 4 years, a time wasted. But no, I learned a lot, and if anything, you build up the disciplinary muscle. There's a reason you see soldiers and you have the utmost respect is because these guys have done some of the hardest physical challenges ever, and you notice a lot of them go on to be successful at many other things because they have that mental discipline, they have the physical discipline, and that carries through and permeates to everything. So like, look, yeah, if you're like, it's not gonna be glamorous, you're like, yo, I wanna be a doctor, and you're about to go to school for 7 years, and you're like, well, maybe not, that sounds like a lot. That's a lot of money, that's a lot of work. I'll pick something easier. You just copped yourself out. You're making the choice before you even tried it. Go do the freaking thing. And even when it gets tough, you can still keep going. And you could be wishy-washy as all heck because you're just trying to think of like, what's the perfect or the best thing. Stop thinking so much. And this probably affects your thinking, like to where like you're just constantly in your own head. You're worried about what other people think. You're worried about what can I get out of this. And you just stop doing anything. When you were a kid, you weren't thinking about all that. There's a reason you said you wanted to be an astronaut or a firefighter or a police officer. Because that sounded fun. That sounded good. That sounded like you were going to be helping people. And it was something you could feel proud about. But you weren't thinking about all the like bad stuff. Like, oh, I gotta do that or whatever. I gotta go to boot camp. No. There's gonna be so many hard things you're gonna have to do. But that's what it takes if you want to achieve your goals. And that's why it's so great to achieve those goals. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about like, ooh, I now have $10 million. If I just hand it to you, it wouldn't make that, the high would wear off very quickly. Just like a lottery winner. Because you didn't earn it. If I just handed it to you, you'd be like, cool, and you'd piss it away and you'd do some dumb stuff and you'd have some really basic, simple pleasures for a little bit. And then you'd be like, you'd go back to the same crappy feeling, maybe even worse. However, imagine, say that goal of $10 million, imagine you hit that. But after 10 years of hard grind and labor and like days where you were ready to give up and throw in the towel and people talking you off the ledge, and then you eventually, after that whole ride, cross that finish line. You're gonna feel so good about yourself. And that $10 million you got, it's not even about that. It's I'm proud of myself because I went through all that. I made it to this very end and I got to the finish line, but it really wasn't about that destination to finish line. It was the journey the whole way through. That's the return you get. To where I didn't do it justice enough, but yeah, I lost $80-some thousand on my virtual escape. That was the best thing I've ever done. Well, there's a lot of other things, but because I went through so much and grinded so hard on that, and it was a really great result, and I put so much into that. And yeah, I didn't get more views, I didn't get more money, but holy crap am I proud of that thing. Because nobody else would do that, or else it already exists. Nobody's ever done that, nobody will ever do that. That's something I did. Like you could say, Jesse, wow, that was like pretty confident of you. Like that's stupid, like that's so overconfident. You know why a lot of people hate people with ego or that have confidence? It's because they don't have it themselves and it makes them insecure. So they try to bring them down to the level. So where some of you guys might be afraid to be you, to be yourself, to own it, because you know people are gonna clamp down on you. Don't matter, don't matter. I love myself more than anybody else. And that's not the wrong way to think. That's the exact right way to think. Just don't be an a-hole about it, you know? You still gotta like help people, but make sure you are good. Make sure that mask is on. Make sure your mask is on before you put on other people's, all right? Are you feeling motivated yet? You're not? Good. Guess what? Go do the thing you're putting off. I'm gonna go sit on this chair. We're gonna finish this. I'm not letting you get out of here. Oh, what the? I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward, Squidward, Squidward. Fine art. I'm not done with you guys. There's a few more points I gotta hit. Comparison is the biggest thief of joy. It's so true. So many people, especially in this social media age, a lot of while you're consuming, back to point number one, you're just reactive. You probably follow a lot of influencers or, famous people, rich people. Some of you guys probably follow them because you look up to them and it gives you something to strive for, or they enrich your life in some regard. But then there's also this level of that's what you're constantly consuming and your life isn't that. And you're like, God, I wish I had that. But I don't see how that's even possible. Or, oh, so-and-so went on another trip. Or so-and-so made this much money. Jesse Tyler apparently made $250,000 in 1 month. Good for you! And the more you compare yourself to other people, it's not a you versus us or you versus them game. It's a you versus you game. So stop thinking, how could you compare yourself to me? You didn't do all the things, all the hard work that I've done to get to this point. So for you to feel bad about your own life and compare it to mine, you can't do that. Your life's completely different. You're on your own path. I'm on mine. Going into that point, you have to understand the rule of baby steps. You want something big. You want to achieve this grand result, Say you want to be a billionaire, or you want to have cause world peace, or end pollution, or whatever it is. Or maybe it's something like you just want to be famous, or whatever your goal is, right? Some are big, some are small. But the way to get there is in small baby steps that you take day to day. I think too often people are just so much thinking about the big picture that they're not looking at what they can do in the day to day. Do you ever you're running late for something and you're gotta rush and you end up showering in 2 minutes, you get fully dressed in 1 minute, you eat your breakfast in 30 seconds. Guess what? Where the hell has that been your whole life? If I pushed you, if I said, hey, you got 10 seconds to sprint 100 meters, you're gonna imagine you set these deadlines or these constraints for yourself, and that discipline comes in, right? So where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna shower in 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna grind out this video, or I'm gonna do whatever in this short time. If you're constantly worrying about oh my God, kind of like with me with a bigger project, MVE's 24 episodes, that's so much work, oh my God, I'm gonna freaking pull my hair out. Instead, I should just focus on one scene and making that really good, and then focus on the next scene. And today, can I be better than I was yesterday? If not better, I just make one decision that benefits me in some way, or progresses me, or moves me closer and pushes the needle. Guys, we've been growing this multi-million-dollar social media platform. We've been building it for almost 4 years now. And I mean developing the product before it was even out. We've been doing it for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years this fall. Trust me, and I want it to be as big as YouTube day one? Yeah. How about by year 4? Yeah. But it doesn't work like that. Each day, you just have to make one conscious decision and just keep pushing the needle a little bit and stop worrying about what so-and-so is doing or what that's doing. If you're better than you were a year ago, holy crap, that's progress, and you need to keep killing it. But the biggest thing, guys, and this will bring me into my last point. Before I get there, guys, please show me some love. Show me some love if this is really helping you. This is probably one of the biggest issues, if not the biggest issue, plaguing everybody in the world right now. People are struggling to be motivated more than ever. There's a lot of reasons for that. So if this really helped you guys, drop some likes. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you want more videos like this, sound off in the comments. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about. And you also win $5,000 for subscribing. But show some love, guys. If you don't do those things, if you don't drop a like or subscribe or comment, it's probably because you're freaking lazy. It's you don't feel like or clicking that button. I'm not even kidding. You're probably vegging out right now on the toilet, on the bed, in the bed, on the chair, whatever, and you don't feel like doing 2 extra clicks. It's just that much effort. Guys, if that's you, oh my God. Oh my God. Unless, look, if you just grinded your face off today and you're just pretty much dead, then all right, kudos to you. I apologize. But I bet most of you, if not all of you, it's not the case. If you're not exhausted by the end of the day, if you don't sleep like a freaking rock every night, then you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Yeah, that's real. Hell, I don't even feel that. I sometimes feel it mentally, just not physically, because I have a more mentally demanding day to day. But physically, I could probably push myself a little harder. Sleep shouldn't be a hard thing if you're genuinely challenging yourself. But it's excuses, right? So if you don't feel like commenting, you're like, I don't see the point in my comment. He's not gonna say anything. I don't see the point in liking the video. I don't even think that does anything. Or subscribing, I don't know. I'm just gonna get more notifications. I don't know if I really feel like subscribing. I'll just keep checking the channel without clicking the sub button. These are all, and people can say their reasons, people can say their excuses, but you are dictating every single thing. So we're like, bringing us back to the beginning of this video where people are like, oh, the world is terrible right now. Say even me, right? Say when the office. We shut down the Storyfire office. That was our content. I could very easily be like, I can't film anything, you know, the office is done and I don't have anyone to film with. I can't see anybody. The virus is around. Guess what, brother? You did a series starring yourself where you played 10 different characters. You're gonna tell me you can't get creative and do some content? That's bull. That is bull. You are lying to yourself about everything. And you've deluded yourself into thinking it's true. Like, I'll never be a writer because I don't feel like writing. Huh? Wait, what? It's like, you just write. You just do the thing. Like, you know, Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Why that went so viral is because, holy crap, people needed to hear that. Just cut through all the BS, dude. The amount of times I've talked to people, they're like, well, I've never acted before, so I'm not very good at it. Or like, you want to be a pro by like the first day? That's not how it works. You have to fail a million times. And I know you're afraid, well, if I fail, I'll get judged for it. And if I get judged, people will sling hate and then it'll affect my mental health. Yes, that is always going to happen. The second you step out of your comfort zone, there will be people trying to pull you back down to their comfort zone. The second you all of a sudden start going to parties and you're going to say you're not going to drink, all your sad friends that need to drink to have fun are going to be like, bro, you're not drinking? You changed. I thought you were cool, dude. You're not freaking having a beer? Just throwing back for the boys. We're just having to have fun. It's like, I'm having fun right now just hanging out with you guys. And they're like, what? Dude, that's not true. You're lying to yourself. It's like, no, you're lying to think. It's all mind games. Crazy stuff, guys. The second you try to be better or you're going on this diet and then your friends are like, yo, let's go get ice cream. You're like, I don't really want ice cream. Then they get pissed at you because you're making a positive change for yourself. Don't fall victim to that. Understand where they're coming from. Take a few steps back sometimes and understand why something is happening before you let it impact you that strongly. Here's the last point. So no more excuses. When somebody presents you something that's a little uncomfortable, that's a little new, everybody thinks immediately of what's the bad stuff. I mean, for example, I asked Ashley when we first started dating to come to Los Angeles. We were strangers. That's a big ask. Like, yo, come to LA. Or imagine I was like, hey, I choose you. You're coming to Rigid Studios next week. I'm flying you out and we're going to get you in 10 different videos. And it turns out you actually would love to be in videos. But you're immediately thinking like, well, my parents aren't going to let me. I'm afraid of flying and I don't know if I'll be any good at videos. And you're immediately thinking of all the things wrong with it and all the things bad. Everyone does that. I encourage you, the next time something's presented to you that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, start thinking of all the things that could go right with it. Start to think optimistically, like a child would. When it's like, you know, Santa Claus is coming. Oh, like what? Santa's coming? I freaking love Santa Claus. I'm gonna get gifts. I'm gonna get cookies. I'm gonna get all kinds of great stuff. Instead, now it's like, Santa's coming. It's like, well, Santa's not real. And I don't like that you're lying about that. And that's how people are. It's sad. So start to think of like, with Ashley, with LA, be like, instead of like, oh, that's so far away, or like, you know, you get invited out to Rigid Studios, instead of all that, start thinking like, oh my God, I get to meet my favorite person. I get to finally be in front of the camera. I think people are really gonna like me. I think they're gonna love me and I could shout out my stuff and I get to fly and get to watch some movies on the flight. And my parents might finally understand what it's like to be a YouTuber or to do this thing and respect what I'm interested in. Do you realize how great it was just to explore that mentally? Now imagine you start to do that every single day with everything in your life. Start to think of like, oh, that could happen and I could get that and I could get that. When you start thinking like that with everything, you become a master at everything. And it'll change your life. To whereas everyone's so negative Nancy, you're gonna be opportunistic and be like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, yeah, okay, cool. And next thing you know, you've made it and you've achieved your goals. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. If you want more on this, because guys, I could go off. Let me know how I helped you in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, drop some likes, guys. $5,000 giveaway going. And as soon as you get off this video, put down your freaking phone and think about what you need to freaking do or what you want to do. And start getting in the habit, eat better, stop being reactive, stop coming up with excuses. No matter what it is, it's probably an excuse, and go do the dang thing. I love you guys. I believe in you. You can do it. Keep it rigid. I stay lit. Let's go, Ashley! We're conquering the world!